Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to welcome back Amy Thuren, the Executive Director of Consumer Credit Counseling. Amy, good to see you again. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about gas prices. Right now, a lot of people finding some extra money in their wallet or purse. What should they be doing with that?
Extra money. It's always an exciting thing. Do I go spend it on something fun, or what should I do with this? Right now, at Consumer Credit Counseling, we really promote the financial stability and helping people with financial challenges. And right now, it's kind of decision time on what are we going to do with that extra money to either have a more stable future or maybe make some bad choices and end up in challenges. So with extra money, we would always suggest to split it. Spend half paying off any debt that you might have, and then the other half putting into savings if possible.
Okay, so yeah, so try and trim that stuff down, especially coming out of the holidays, Black Friday, all that stuff. People might have splurged. Now we're getting the gift of low gas prices. It's time to plan for the future. Yeah.
It is a good gift to help you pay off anything that you might have. Yeah.
Okay.
And then always having a savings. So for a car repair that may come up or a home repair that you need, rather than rely on your credit cards to cover that in the future, to be able to have a savings to help you with those expenses.
Yeah, it's certainly understandable. Okay, well, everybody's, of course, economic situation is different. Do you know of some sort of checklist people should be considering mentally or on paper to help them from getting into more debt or into debt in general?
For budgeting, there's a percentage that you should probably be spending on your rent or your mortgage and utilities, and we have worksheets at Consumer Credit that you can kind of go through and say, okay, I'm supposed to spend 20% on this particular line item. And when I make a big purchase, I always refer back to that. I look at, okay, this is my salary, this is my income, what's 20%? Is it in that range of what's kind of the standard? So there's definitely tools that are really helpful when you're creating your budget.
Okay, very good. So Amy, tell us about some other options that people may have. You guys have a thing on your website called My Money Checkup. Tell us about that.
We do. It's an online tool. You go on to and fill out any personal or all of your personal financial information, and it gives you a great snapshot of where you are. And our suggestion is to take that snapshot and bring it in and talk to a counselor, because they'll be able to say, this is where you are, and like where do you want to go from here, and help set a path for kind of what your options are and address any goals you may have.
Yeah, and that help, is that cost any money?
Nope, we have free counseling, so you can come in and do budgeting, talk about your debt, and what options you may have.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll have much more with Amy in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Amy Thuren from Consumer Credit Counseling. So Amy, when people are considering a big purchase or something like that, there's a lot of variables they need to consider, correct?
Correct. With our gas price kind of relief right now, there's been a lot of talk about what kind of cars people are buying. And although gas prices might be low, to still, when you're making a car purchase, consider what is going to be the cost for my mileage, my gas fees a year from now, 3 years from now, because it's really a long-term investment. And if you're still comfortable with it, you can continue, but to keep in mind what the costs are going to be over time. Yeah,
we all certainly hope the gas prices stay like this, and it's a wonderful thing, but as we all know, it may not last.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so what do you consider some early warning signs, perhaps, that a person's spending habits may not be working out?
Looking at your credit card debt's probably the best indicator. If you're rolling over a balance every month and it's slowly getting larger and larger, you've got to really look at what your expenses are and make some changes, or you're going to end up, in feeling very stuck and having to dig your way out of what can be a really deep hole.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and so you guys provide counseling free of charge to people, and if they want to find out more, what's the website?
You can go to cccsso.org. We offer running credit reports for folks and doing credit counseling. So we'll run the report and really look at who do you owe and how much, and what's the best plan of attack to pay that off, if that's something that you're looking or needing help with. Or just financial counseling, looking at what your goals are in budgeting. So
very good. Amy, good to see you again. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.